All right, good afternoon, everybody. Today is now April the 5th. It's a Tuesday. It's about 3:30 p.m. here in Istanbul, Turkey. And we're going to take a look at Bitcoin market and just the alt markets in general. I have not been too active because the market has been incredibly slow, other than waves dropping about 50% and also IOST dropping a tremendous amount as well. Other than that, there hasn't been many coins that have been trending to the upside, that have been consistently on an uptrend, except for, I would say, Luna. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. The first step every day when you're taking a look at the market is always to evaluate what Bitcoin is doing. So today is now the second day in the week, and we see that the previous week has closed with a doji type candle, a dragonfly type doji candle, which was happening right after the breakout above the 44.5k region. And then we got a retest. We bounced above the daily 200 moving average, and we're now right in the middle of this range. This is about a 7% range between 44.5k and 48k range. So until it breaks there, we're probably not going to see a lot of action. Until it breaks there, we would want a good rally to about 50k, 51k range. That's the next region of resistance right there. So this range right here breaks, I'd probably take the high right around there at 48k. This high right there, 48,200. When that breaks over there, it's going to yield a great RR, whether you're a Bitcoin trader or whether you're an alt trader. If this rallies 5.5%, you can expect alts to rally severely as well, and it yields an RR greater than 5 to 1. So I'm looking for this setup right now. It's difficult to trade in a sideways market when Bitcoin in the past 4 days now, since April the 1st, has been trending in this particular range. 44.5k was breached. It came down for a test. It bounced off of it, and now it's staying in this range for about 4.5 days now of 7%, with where we don't know if it's going to break above this 48.2k region or come back down for a retest. So it's a very confusing week, but what we do know is that the weekly MACD has now officially crossed over. And whenever we get these types of significant crossovers that I've mentioned several times now, we end up getting into a really bullish market to the point where we're going to reach some epic proportions. Just as an example, right? Last time we were below there, the crossover was here in April, May, and we ended up doing some massive percentage gains somewhere from about May 2020. Last time we crossed over, we had that big bull run all the way up until literally 1800% for one entire year. So the question is always looming in everybody's head. Due to this type of crossover again, are we actually going to reach some epic highs? The channel needs to be acknowledged that we all see here. And it's actually moving at a very proportional rate. If we just take a look at how it's been projecting in terms of the movements, we can see that they're very similar. From here to there, from there to there. Well, this actually reached something like here again, where we're going to reach a new high around $75,000, $80,000. So that's a possibility as well to keep in mind. But right now, the main goal is to watch how Bitcoin will trend. Will we actually get a retest here again near the 44.5k region? Are we going to break below it and actually get back to the lower trend line of this channel? Okay, so it's going to yield many possible RR setups, in my opinion. If we get back down here, I think a lot of people will end up longing it, targeting back up to here, but that would be considered fairly bearish. But the RR setup is still great. If we end up getting to over here, a lot of people will end up longing it as well, where we're going to get another possible retest, back up another 8%, and of course the one up here as well that I mentioned. Okay, and if this ends up breaking above the 48.2k region, a great RR setup would be risking 1%. This is not financial advice. This is just something that I would do, right? Another RR setup would be just risking it and just waiting until we get to the 75k region. That's going to be a beautiful RR setup. So there's many setups to be taking right now for long opportunities. I think that the best traders always end up waiting and the trades are going to come to them. I haven't taken a trade in 3 days now. And the reason for this is because there has not been a trade that has been worthwhile. Really good traders, in my opinion, they're going to wait. They're going to let the trades come to them. If you force a trade and you feel this itch to constantly need to be in a trade, that's a bad mentality to have. You got to be sure you put your money into something, into a trade where the RR setup is actually worth it. And right now, I can't see a lot of setups that's worthwhile for Bitcoin because we're trending in the middle of the market. So a lot of alts are going to positively be correlated to Bitcoin as well. And because of that, since we're trending literally in the middle of this range right now, right here, it's difficult to make a move on any alts. So let's take a look at CryptoLoom very quickly. On CryptoLoom, on the daily, we know that Cello has been making some decent moves. It's actually moved up about 20%. So that might be worthwhile to put on our watch list over here. It has certainly moved up a decent amount here. Okay, as you can see, pretty decent gains over here. It's one of the coins that has constantly been moving to the upside. But you know what? It's only 153%. The move is very parabolic. The counting is really difficult. It was really hard to catch this movement of 30% in 3 hours. Those are hard movements to catch. In fact, it's at a time as well that's, between midnight and 4 in the morning for myself. So I'm not going to catch these moves. No way I'm ever going to catch them. So Cello is one of the coins that should be on the watch list though, because the movement is fairly high. The volume is also gaining traction. RSI is reaching some high ranges as well. Audio has moved up a little bit, but audio, let's actually take a look at audio. Where is it on my list here? Sorry. So audio as well, it has made a move, definitely. It's one of those coins that has been making some moves, 180%. But these are the kinds of coins that I don't trade. They're too choppy, right? They're too choppy. There's too much gigantic movements up of 16%, followed by the next 9 hours of dropping 15%. These are not the kinds of coins that I enjoy trading. Not at all. It's too choppy. There's not steady EMAs that are holding. So I avoid these coins entirely, and I look for setups that's worthwhile my time. We know about GMT. We know about Alpha. We know about ZIL. That's been moving upwards. In terms of high RSI, on the 4 hour, we see Cello high. On the low side, we see Waves, right? So Waves is one of the coins that has been very low. It's actually reached an incredibly low amount. It's dropped a huge amount. It's dropped a total of about 50% now. It's reaching this support zone of mine. I'm looking for a $32 entry, which may not even get there, but that's fine. But we're not seeing any huge movements to the upside or anything yet. We do see bullishly diverging RSI and MACD crossovers on the 1 hour, and the 2 hours looks like it's about to cross over, but will it be enough conviction to move to the upside? This is probably one of the best ranges right now. This is, see where I drew this green line? That's where the apex breakout is, and that's where the median is. But then again, if you go to the 4 hour or even the 8 hour, the daily, you're going to see different ranges, right? You're going to see this range right there, where 32.7, that range right there, it looks like it's at the top of the bodies. So that could have acted as a strong support as well. So I was looking for a range here to long it, but unfortunately I missed it. My execution, my limit order did not execute at $32 overnight, but we got to 32,356, which is 1% away, and that was very frustrating. But I wasn't awake at 3-4 in the morning, so it was impossible for me to actually observe that myself. On the 5-minute chart, we're finally trending near it and above it, right? So it's been a long time since we've actually trended anywhere bullishly from waves, but this is still not a conviction enough for me to enter. We've had a long lulling period of doing nothing for about 16 and a half hours now. So I'm not finding many opportunities to trade today. Okay. Looking at the third, this is called CryptoLoom, by the way. I'm doing a scan here of the 30-minute chart. Some are reaching high RSIs, but nothing has been moving significantly enough. I see cello, I see audio, I see near, which we all know about these coins, but nothing is lighting up green across the board where volume is picking up in the 5, 6, 700, 1,000%. So it's another slow day, and I'm not gonna risk my hard-earned money to go into a trade setup that just because I feel like I need an itch to be in a trade, right? Last week I had a phenomenal week of $12,000 up there over a few short days only. I've only been back in Turkey since Wednesday last week, right? And at the airport I made 5 grand. Came back here, smashed the $7,000 profit on top of that, and I haven't taken the profit. Excuse me, since Saturday or Sunday now. So now I'm just sitting here waiting for the trade setups to come to me, and there's not many coins that are indicating I should be interested in it based off of quick crypto loom scanning. The crypto loom is one of the best one of the best sites to use for scanning coins quickly, but of course it takes a lot of experience and a lot of dissecting the data. So it's not just a matter of, okay, I got crypto loom, I can do what Philakone does as well, scanning the market. So you have to have experience and you have to know how to dissect it as well. You guys are definitely welcome to check out my website here at philakone.com, where you can find a lot of my course version 2.0. And one of my favorite ones is this guy right here, Chapter 4, Lesson 20, quickly finding trade setups, finding the best setups, hunting for volatile coins, crypto loom scanning, and definitely join my Discord group here. See a little bit more about me here, see some testimonials, get to know some of the reviews of what people are saying about my courses and about the Discord group as well. We've got a community of over 700 members in the Discord group there, and there's a library of lessons here. So I'll just show you guys it very quickly. There's a library of lessons. Short lessons is at 104 lessons. Long lessons is at 59. There's over 100 or 200, I'd say, live trades, right? There's always great trading advice that I'm giving to people as well. So I definitely recommend that you guys join this Discord group. It's definitely one of the best Discord groups here in crypto, and I look forward to seeing a lot of you as my students and also in the Discord group. So I'll see you there. Anyways, this is my thoughts for Bitcoin today and my altcoin scanning in the afternoon. Bye now.